Hello, everybody, and welcome on back. So, it's just, let's see. Make a chest. I'll make a full eight. Make this be like the project chest. Chests. Okay. And so, by that, I'm going to try to put all railway stuff in here. I mean, you could also do the clippers. We're just going to, oh, and then any torches. Let's put all the torches over there, too. And then take the coal. Oops. And torches. Okay. But anyways, I started to talk a little bit about basically giving software out online, which is one thing, but then also there's the need to be able to use it. And so that's what I'm a little concerned about. But I mean, at the same time, I think it's okay because like technology now is pretty standard to where it can mostly play Minecraft. But I would say like computers from Walmart here in the States, I mean, a lot of people think, oh, if I get this computer for like $200 or $300, maybe even 400, then it can play games. Well, that's not really true. That's it's you have to. I think it's an i3 chip is the minimum. We'll just go here. So we're just going for iron, but to play Minecraft. So we'll also get that because I can heal our pickaxe. But anyway, so the laptops that I donated to Noodles employees. Well, my company did. Sorry, and it was a company-sponsored like thing. They signed off on donating these, and they were older work laptops, but they were professionally erased with red key USB. So, and like, which is they're doing a campaign right now to like, oh yeah, I think there's gonna be some big announcements. Like, I don't know. I'm on the newsletter for them as well, but just like Casa Bonita and certain things, so I stay apprised of things. But anyways. Uh, it's gonna be big, but um, but the point is that we were able to repurpose four laptops with i3 chips, um, and I think let's see, I want to say like not a lot of RAM, and so that might be a choking point for Minecraft. However, they were the type of laptops where you could pop out or you could add more RAM to it. So if you were trying to, because like they're basically being donated as work laptops, which are the same as what Walmart laptops really are, is like non-gaming, like work only, like oops, taking notes. Let's see, we can just go right there. Because the Walmart laptops definitely do that. And in fact, I keep one of them because I am one of those people. I am people that have bought a Walmart laptop thinking that, in fact, I've bought three or four now, four. Two for friends or just people that I knew could use because they were trying to find a job and find career skills and, finally get it like a good career job instead of just jumping from odd job to temp job and, back and forth. But which, you need to be ready to do. I mean, if you're going to get into the real world and especially with tech careers, because they're so volatile now, like there's so many different skills that are needed that are added every year and every day, really. And then, it requires a lot of dynamic nature. And like same with the certifications, like, which are really expensive. They're several $100s, usually like the CompTIA, which if you're going to do IT, it's good to have. And I worked at a place that was going to pay for it, but then, I didn't get it but while I was there. And I think even my company now, we've talked about it, like I could get a security one and I might one day, but I feel like I need to be there at least a while before I start taking on those benefits, because it's a sign of respect. And also, like I continue to work on my own side projects my own way. So I am continually improving my skills, but at the same time, yeah. In fact, a lot of this is experimenting with like implementing these changes, like social engineering, distributed social engineering in a positive way, basically encouraging people to be able to do better and not really encouraging them to do it because that's like assuming that they're not trying to in the first place. And that goes back to like the devil boogeyman type argument where it's like we think that these people are not people, but yet then, we get surprised when they act like people, but they, yeah. So it's the dehumanization aspect of certain things. And that's why like racism and stereotypes are so risky because like depending yeah, you could use them in like ways where I don't know. It could be seen okay in the social setting of wherever you're at, but especially state to state, which is, I mean, why the U.S. is so unique is because we have these distinct political lines within our political lines. So, I mean, because like China, or I want to say, I know Canada has like their regions, but they also weren't like, I don't even understand what happened with Canada, honestly. Like, I think that was just because like since France was involved, it got away from the because Mexico though. I mean, we made deals with Mexico to take away basically all of Texas and like this big chunk, and then there was like the Texas American War. Or, I don't even know. I don't even know. Like I've heard about it. We've learned about it, but I just yeah, I'd have to like have a refresher to have any really insight into that. I just know that it happened, and like if you see kind of like a time lapse of the acquiring of land in America, like it started with the 13 colonies, and then we slowly kept moving westward and westward and doing treaties with the natives and treaties with other countries, or the Louisiana Purchase, where we bought like a huge chunk of it. And that one was on the level. That was like an actual purchase from people that said that they owned it too. That's the other thing. Like, if you know, the Native American viewpoint was that nobody owned the land and they were just, you know, guests on the land and like constantly moving around. And kind of understandably so because they had enough room to spread out. If you think about it like a petri dish versus like I mean, or not a petri dish. Sorry, we're gonna get into that. Like, no, in a smaller scale, statistical analysis of people. So you get Europe, right? Like I'm talking Western Civ because I don't really know Eastern Civ as much, or hardly at all, really. I just know like movies and stuff, and a little bit the art, but not a whole lot. And well, okay, maybe a little volcano with Japan, and then but like geology stuff. Anyways, I digress. What I'm saying is like people will people, and if people live in a densely populated area, and they have to start competing at such finite levels just to survive, like versus where it's spread out, and depending on what resources are available, I mean, and there's so many factors that go into understanding why a certain area of the world is the way they are. I mean, it's just better not to assume until you understand why. I mean, that's really it sounds kind of pompous and pious, but and I struggle to do that too. I mean, we got to be easy on ourselves as well. Um, but yeah, and then I don't know the perception thing, because perception definitely is reality. I mean, although it's nice is and the other thing started to talk about but didn't really get too into is like people like Mr. Beast, like this philanthropy where this YouTube philanthropy or the YouTuber and also Twitch too. And like I've kind of mentioned, like I'm definitely thinking about trying to set up a time. I just don't know when I'd have like a comfortable hour to like say every week, yes, I will stream at this time. But I'm thinking about doing like a tech support while I game and like, you know, people do comments and then I'll just like I don't even know if I'll put my face on, like, because I don't have a game capture card. And I've looked into how to do that, and I've had a friend explain how to do that, and then I just kind of glaze over, and I don't know, I just haven't even pursued it much more than, and I've even looked it up, like, read, like, you need a game capture card, like, oh, okay, cool. And then, like, is this like a Hallmark card? Like, do I go pick it up at a store? And it's like, I don't know, and then I feel like, yeah, I'm okay with just being a radio podcast thing. That's the other thing too. I was trying to figure out like I think you can turn these things into podcasts. Like I don't know if it like transforms your movies. I'd like to hope not. Let's see. Let's go up until the border. Or are we even moving? No, we're not moving forward anymore. Now, this is the edge. Yeah, because I saw it move. All right, but otherwise, wait, why am I? And we'll just start a new shaft. So, or we might head up because we need to fix these tools and yeah, if nothing else, that's good. We did get little iron. Yeah, we got like a stack and some. So I don't think we're gonna do the zigzag the whole way down to that island. I don't even know if I want to like do all that. I still think I want to try to play with the idea of like putting a nether portal out there somewhere, but I don't know where. And then like raise and lower the mic thing. Sorry if that was annoying though. I don't know. Oh, I ran past iron. I wasn't paying attention. I was having a drink. Hmm. Oh, and then heard some troubling things about the Russia thing. Like there's supposedly like a civil war or like a coup or something. And then I heard someone else that mentioned that like, oh no, that was still Putin. He was just seeing who was loyal and who was disloyal. And then that's like, but I don't know. But then every person that I've heard talk about it also said, but it is still a really bad look for Putin. I'm just like, I have no idea what to believe about all that or what to think. I mean, my whole opinion is like I just hope it all stops. Like that's yeah, one, two. I mean, I'd much rather negotiate like making it right, like fixing, like making it everywhere great again. Like we're doing this whole infrastructure here in America, like creating tons of jobs. And like I was also alluding to what I saw in India was like a lot of people were out there working. It's just not a lot of them had like great working gear. And so like, I got my buddy, he's actually, we're talking about making like a tool library for Southern Colorado. And just like more where Lauren Boebert is, that's her area is like Pueblo, like that's where my. So you see Colorado bipartisan politics, like me from Northern Colorado, like, and even up here, like I want to say Weld County or Greeley and like kind of that area we're at is more Republican, but I mean Larimer County. I don't actually mean I don't know. I say that, but I feel like that might even be mixed. And that's Colorado. I mean, we've got red, we've got blue. I mean, we have to let bygones be bygones. Now, other states where it's not so mixed, like actual states that have always been a certain way, it's that inertia, it's that momentum. Like it's much easier to stay ascribing to one ideology versus changing your ideas and your thinking, or even having to, because then, unfortunately, you do have to jump on the bandwagon of like whatever the party's doing, and that's where like it gets annoying. Oh, there is some redstone there. But is this like, oh, that could be dangerous. It's not worth the redstone. No. In fact, that looks like a giant carved out area, but it's potential for drowning. So I don't know if I could thread the needle coming back in there, but that's all right. We were gonna go up and start cooking some of this stuff. So, um, and yeah, I thought about that leaving the. Oh, this wasn't even a tunnel. This is it's supposed to be a tunnel. Okay, so we were just doing a little bit temporary. Although, granted, it might be a bad place for it. If it is where I think it is. If it's like right at this one, which I think it was. Then if I extend this to 3 sets of stairs, I don't know. Or I might just leave it as one. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's a lot less claustrophobic if you do it like three, or not that. It's a lot less confining. But that's assuming that you have a lot of acacia logs. Oh, and we're gonna need. Yeah, we'll just dump the junk here for now. We can sort it later. Oops. Actually, let's get that going first. Ooh, 2 stacks. Okay. Oh, we don't need all this coal. Lapis. This is like gold panning. You're separating out the useful parts and from the common stuff. Although I am a little worried about the health of my tools, so I'm gonna do some of this. Do that acacia stair flex. Right about here. Yeah. Yep, it was right there. So that's okay. I mean, we can do it to here, here, and then that could just be a thing. Because it would have been better doing this. We can just leave it like that. And then also, I got rid of my marker, so it was like one, two. And I do this because, anything I'll see is here or here. So I'm not missing a whole lot. I am missing whatever's like, say, there, because it's hidden by the floor where I have to walk, except for where I've mined it out. So, let's see. So, anyways. And then this one, I can't really do the third one until I carve out all that. So actually, this is kind of a moot point now. Oh, okay. I thought that might have been something more. I wasn't sure what was going on here, but okay. But that did take up some time, so then the stuff that's cooking could heal up a little bit. Hmm. All right, get some torches. Oh, yeah, and the whole Mr. Beast thing, like, it's organized philanthropy of a micro level to a macro level. So, and there's so many different things like I mean, he's still making like plenty of money off of like his more entertaining stuff. Like he did that video where he had like people compete for like $1 million or something. It was like a person from every age range, um, like one to like 100, and then I think it was 100, maybe 99. But anyways, and I watched some of it, mind you. I didn't watch all of it. I just yeah, but but it is cool, and like just doing that stuff, the beast chocolate, all this stuff. Like he's definitely going to be making money, and like he is utilizing the advertising aspect of YouTube, and like a lot of people do, they'll sell merch or, there will be some kind of way to pay back the content creator. Um, and actually, as I say that, I want to feel like the whole nature of YouTube is like you end up finding people that they get these weird like I mean the stuff that goes viral that gets really catchy is like the stuff that they're trying to do to get more subscribers and likes. So it all kind of seems like saturated with that. But then you start watching like more of their videos. Like and I've seen this a few times, like with a few of the more popular ones, like it's a trend. Like you do some great act of philanthropy and like some like and it could be like a game show. Like this other one I'm talking about is not Mr. Beast, but these twins. Like I forget their names, but big time YouTubers. And we've watched a lot of their videos too, and it's like, um, oh, what is that? Oh, it's a block of raw copper. It just looks so cool in this because it looks all refined. But I want to say it looks all weird, like kind of like a modeled. I don't know. It looks weird in the normal texture pack, but. mm. Anyways, I don't know. Like, and I was also talking. So the philanthropy. Sorry, that was it. And people are still competing for like lots of money and stuff. And they do like a little or stop point. They do like and subscribe, and then like it's like this huge thing, and it's really well done too. And like this whole game show with like music and the good editing, and definitely way a notch or two more than these little because these are basically like glorified podcasts where I distract myself with playing video games, but. Um, but yeah, it's just the philanthropy, the outlets of it. So the people that can contribute, and a lot of people out there do that too, mind you. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people that donate to different random things. Now, there's so many different things to donate to, especially whenever there's like a crisis and stuff. And and it used to be like Panda seemed to be one of the first ones that I saw that were more about donating to the needy, except for McDonald's had it's like Ronald McDonald's Kids, and Wendy's had its things for foster kids. And so there's different charities for different niches of like, or different sections of the community. And so, and it's everyone too. I mean, well, and then paying for what you may or may not want for the community because, say, police services. I mean, I've talked about how Fort Collins was like number one in DUIs in this country for like multiple years, and there was a lot of rumors that that was all about ad revenue, or not ad revenue, revenue, like keeping the lights on, paying the salaries and stuff, and you know, but I like to think that that's not the entire case. I mean, it could be part of it, but I mean, really, like it could also be like bragging rights, like, oh, I busted so many people, like just because then it's the illusion of like, oh, I'm keeping this place safe. But then also like the more people you bust for things, the more the statistics go up and the more reported and actually dealt with crime happens. And so that's and then you're suggesting like, oh wait, like you're okay with crime, and then well, let's see now. Like Colorado is well known for legalizing weed and now shrooms. So yeah, I would say any crime related to that. And then, poverty stuff, like definitely not allow it, but treat it differently because, the solution can't introduce more problems because then it's not a good solution. And we know about this. We're constantly trying to change things. And it's obvious like through halfway houses and community corrections and probation is kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air about that because it's like, hmm, hold on. Anyways, I think I'm gonna reserve a lot of that talk to like an actual like 18 and older, because there's a check mark on YouTube where you can say no, this is not made for kids, which all of these videos are, but there's an additional one where you can swear and curse and you can say things and not worry about being demonetized, and like not that I'm even monetized to begin with, but far from it. But like uh, I mean, I like to act in that way. So if it's clean enough for the videos that are worried about being demonetized, then sure. I mean, and then of course I'll bleep it out or whatever, what have you. But I'm pretty sure there's a way where you can toggle it to like 18 and older, mature audiences. Anyways, no, and so sorry, trying to relate like Mr. Beast and even the projects that I've got going on with my work and stuff. Because that's it, like 4 laptops, so it's 6 total, two to my friends, and that costs a lot. Like that was back when I had saved up a bit, and like it was like an investment in their future. So, and I never asked for any of it back. Like I don't care. I mean, I just wrote it off and assumed that it's gonna be like that. So, and it is too. I told them I was like, don't worry about getting me back, but you know, hope you do good. And so. Anyways, but the ones from work, those were actually like old ones that we were able to wipe with a tool and ensure that it was like no files retrievable, to where we could donate them to basically kids working at summer jobs and high school jobs, Noodles and Company. Um, but yet people, hardworking kiddos, like trying to get ready for college, or if they're not doing college, then whatever's next, a lot of them trying to at least move out of town. And so they have to save up for that. And so, and yeah, and college is expensive. Like, even if your family's wealthy, like, and that's the other thing too, is like if your family's just well enough but not too wealthy, then you get caught in the whole like your kids don't qualify for the Pell Grant or, some financial assistance. Like, I actually wonder if my kids probably not actually, because like, I mean, knock on wood, unless anything changes, I'll have a good enough career by the time they're old enough for college, but. I mean, but at the same time, they've already got like a tech degree and just like just listening to me ramble on and stuff because it doesn't stop when the camera stops. No, it does. It takes a back seat. I know like when I'm getting too much and I keep it in check, but, um, and pivot and work on other things too. I don't like to dawdle on the same thing too much, as you can see. Like, oh, and then one last thought of the whole laptop thing is like trying to get computers out to the world. It's harder because you have to worry about the value of property crossing state borders and country borders. So, because there's just a lot about that, and I think it's like over $100. But even then, like I know customs always makes you declare, and I didn't really get a lot. Like, I mean, like because I don't have a lot of money, but I did get a few souvenirs from like India and Japan and Dubai. No, I missed out on Dubai, but I did get what I thought was super expensive deodorant and shampoo, because yeah, and it's because I didn't divide it by three, so I thought everything was three times as much. So it was only like a $10 thing. I thought it cost me $30 for shampoo and deodorant. I was like, what? How does that? In what world does that make sense? And I almost like lost my mind. I was like, and I had a bad, I had a bad taste in my mouth for Dubai after that. But then I realized my own error, and I was like, oh wait, And then I'm so glad I didn't like say anything to anybody. I was just like, being peaceful about it, but just like begrudgingly be like, okay. And and I heard it was expensive, and actually, there might have even been an exaggeration or like an understatement. It could have still been like 12 or 13. And for a deodorant and shampoo, that is a lot, but that's how much it costs here too. Like I just got deodorant the other day. It was like $6, 5, $6. So yeah, and you add shampoo, like it's actually kind of a bargain. Like especially with how expensive the shampoo could be. So, and I thought it was really cool too because I liked the bottle. I still kept the bottle, but like um, because of the Arabic writing on it. Actually, now I say that, but where did I put that? Oh no, it was petroleum jelly too. Because like my lips, I chew my lips when I'm get nervous and anxious sometimes. So, and that's a family thing. My mom used to do that. Still does, I think, but. It's like chewing your fingernails. Anyways, explaining things when people aren't asking. I don't know. If I start doing the Twitch again, I don't know. Like my focus is gonna be so splintered. But if it's like, I was like I said, I was having really good conversations with like I was playing with people too. Like, and I don't know if they still watch, but yeah, that was really cool. Like playing Borderlands and stuff. But then like I don't know. I ended up playing with a really younger kid, and I was just like and I feel like those would have to be like the 18 or plus streams, just because I wouldn't want to get in trouble with anyone's parents. But and talking too, like I don't let my kids talk to people online. Like they can play like Among Us and stuff like that, but even that they have like controlled chat where you can only say like preset things, and that's the smart way to go about it, because we need to still acknowledge that even though yes, it's great for social interaction, we still need to protect our kiddos and our you know oh, and that's the thing though, and that's why I love so my professor for cybersecurity, that was like the two biggest things. He was like, or well, not the two. There's several facets, and this isn't even just like the education that I got. How do I want to do this? I think like that, and then I'm gonna cut this off. Oh, jeez. Just gotta be careful. There. Okay. Because you gotta kind of like encase it. Because if you just in fact, I feel like I need to do like there, but apparently it's good. Because I think it's like, oh. And yeah, even there, oh, I see some iron, but sorry, a lot of hemming and hawing, but I crouched because, and for the longest time, I didn't realize that you could crouch to not fall off of a block. Like that was a game changer. Oh, there's that. Where are we at? Yeah, right at about 30. Let's go ahead and do that because I've been going a little long. So, all right, I'll see you in the next one. Ta ta.